How's it going? So today I'm going to be covering a workers' compensation deposition, what to expect, what kind of things that they're going to be covering at such a deposition. The purpose of this video is to help prepare people for their workers' compensation deposition. So we're going to start off with what is a deposition? It's an information gathering session outside the courtroom. So essentially, you're going to have a defense attorney, an applicant attorney for the person that's injured, the applicant, which is the injured person, and a court reporter. Court reporter is going to write down everything that everyone's saying, so it's important that a person provides verbal and audible responses. Um, so rather than saying "uh-huh," the defense attorney will ask to say yes, rather than saying, shrug of the shoulder, nod of the head. They want you to instead provide verbal audible responses. So there's various topics that are going to be asked about. There's going to have background topics like education, which you'll go into, and prior work history. Then you'll have the injury topic, and then you'll have current symptoms. And if you are alleging psychological damages as well, then they're going to go into all sorts of different topics about what other aspects of your life could be contributing to your psych injuries or current injuries. So in terms of a background, they will ask about education, where you went to school, what you got educated in. They will ask about prior work history and what your duties were, whether those duties contributed or caused your current symptoms, what you were paid at each of those facilities, why you left those facilities. They'll ask about prior workers' compensation claims. So if you are alleging a back injury, in this case, they might ask, well, what's different from all the prior back injuries that a person claimed at all other uh, places of work. So that's the kind of thing that they're going to ask. They will ask about prior accidents. Did you get into other car accidents? Did you get into uh, other uh, other slip and falls? And so you should assume that they already know, because there's companies that provide what's called ISO reports. And basically what those are it has all of your car accident claims with insurance companies or other types of claims for injuries. ISO, I believe it stands for Insurance Services Office, and it it aggregates all the data on a person. So it can go by who the claimant is, what the date of the accident is, what the injuries were. It could be very extensive information. So you should not lie to them and just assume that they're never going to find out because no lawsuit was filed. They can definitely find out about that kind of stuff. The next topic that the deposition will likely go into is prior lawsuits. So, as we said before, did you have prior car accident claims? But did you have a prior car accident lawsuit? Did you have any slip and fall cases? Any, well, criminal case, what we'll go into later. Did you have any any type of injury case whatsoever, any employment case. They're going to ask about any other losses that you've been a part of that they're just going to want to know. They'll also want to know about bankruptcy, divorce. Will want to know about criminal cases from a personal aspect, from a psychological aspect. That's what they're going to be asking about. Okay, then finally they'll get into your injury. How did you get injured? You'll explain. What are your symptoms? When did you start feeling the symptoms? Did you report your injury? When to whom? So essentially, it's very important that when a person gets injured at work, that they report it right away to the boss. It's preferable to do it in writing, so that there's some kind of evidence and documentary proof, so that it's not like a he said, she said, oh, well, I never heard about it. So that's the idea. So you're going to want those kinds of that kind of evidence and gather your documentation. It could be a text, email, anything to show that you were injured. And then in the deposition, they're going to want to know about treatment. Where did you go? What are your diagnoses? Is it a sprain, bruise, fracture, psychological diagnosis? They're going to want to know about all that stuff, and they're going to want a list. So you're going to want to have a list of your providers, where they're located, approximately when you went there. They're going to want to know about current medications and anything else that you're doing for your treatment. That's pretty much the basic of the topics for workers' compensation deposition. And finally, looking into the future of what further treatment you're going to need after this point. So that is the basics. Let me know if you all have any questions, and thank you so much.